Alright, what's going on, guys? It is Story Times of Crimes here, or Shane Dryer, and today's video is going to be a little different. You can already tell by the title, but this is going to be about nightmares I've had. Now, there's a couple reasons for me doing this. One is that I still have some crime stories that I'm definitely going to tell, but I don't want to tell too many more until I get out of court, until I get a job, until I get famous on YouTube. Whatever. Another reason for me doing this is the fact that when people try to claim that they know the secrets of life, when they claim that God exists, like I say Hail Satan on my Instagram, that's all shock humor. I have no idea if the devil's real. I've seen a lot of things. The world is a trippy place is what I'm trying to say, okay? And these dreams I'm going to tell you guys about are most certainly not going to help people's conspiracies, okay? But I'm not trying to conspire myself. I'm not saying that these dreams mean anything. I've had weird supernatural things happen to me that even I personally can't explain. That makes me really question a lot about it. But I'm just trying to add to this pile of conspiracies because, like, look at a YouTube channel. I'll even have it linked in the description called Thoughty2. It's thought and then a Y at the end. Thoughty, and then the number 2. It's kind of actually a pretty unique name because it's 32, but in a British accent. But it's actually Thoughty2. It's funny as fuck. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I swore. And he's a very smart guy. He does make some points. A lot of what's happened in history has stemmed from mental health, but at the same time, there are so many weird things that happen in this world. It's unexplainable, and we still don't know the answers to the universe. There's billions and billions of planets. There's many other life forms out there. We don't know, okay? All we can do is guess. But anyways, without further ado, let's just stop rambling. I'll even have a timestamp so you guys can just skip all that if you're a constant viewer of mine. And we're going to get into these dreams that I've had. So the first dream I'm going to talk about is a dream that I had when I was very young. I'm not exactly sure what age it was, but I was in the single digits. And I was basically a crash test dummy. Now, this dream, it gets creepy in a minute here, okay? I was basically, imagine a super flat world in Minecraft, okay? Except like low resolution, all right? And you know how in your normal existence, you are a shell or a soul. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Inside your body, correct? You know that. But in this dream, I had an overhead view of this super flat world, and it was a limited one. It wasn't an endless super flat world. Like I could see around, and basically imagine, like, how the Earth, when you look out into the universe, it's black. Imagine there's no stars, no planets. You just see black all around and just a giant square super flat. That's all it was. It was an eerie dream, to say the least. And I was a crash test dummy, and I had an overhead view in my dream. And I also had consciousness inside this crash test dummy. It was trippy, yo. And I was getting launched into these brick walls. Unbelievable. Another one I had was a falling dream. And actually, where this also plays in, these are the only 2 dreams that I've ever had actual G-force. Well, no, actually, there's a third one, too. I had actual G-force, like, feelings in my dreams, like feelings of falling. One was with the crash test dummy because I could actually feel the force of the car going, which was insane. And for this next one, the falling, I remember I was at my this was another one when I was younger. I was at my daycare and I jumped off. I climbed on top of someone's car. It wasn't really a nightmare, but it still had G-force in it. And I jumped off the car and I felt like I was falling for like 5 minutes straight, and I didn't hit the ground. It was crazy. Another dream, one of the earliest dreams I can ever remember, and this is the trippiest one. There was literally I shit you not, a brown cow with a staff with a diamond on top of it and a crown on the other side, and I was on one side of this river and on the other side, and the grass was pink, okay, and the sky was trippy. I'd never taken psychedelics at this point. I was a child, yo, and it was a lava river, and I couldn't cross it, and the cow was just laughing at me. It was one of the weirdest. That was one of the weirdest ones I've ever had. So there was that dream, and you're gonna call me insane. You can call me whatever, but I'm just a human being. I'm just trying to understand reality, and there is no understanding it, and that's the thing. If you really sit down and brainstorm for hours like I have, you come to the realization, and especially with all these different religions around the world and all these different ideas and just everything combined in this whole, I mean, I'm very analytical, okay? I know I sound like an idiot, but no, I know I'm smart. I have a huge head on my shoulders. And they say it's a wise hell. With wisdom comes extreme misery. And it is hell not knowing the answers to life. But yeah, let's go into this. One of the kind of more recent ones, a couple of years ago, I actually I've noticed recently my dreams can take multiple paths. It's almost like multiple movies with different plots in one dream cycle, in one 8-hour sleeping period. It's insane. But this one kind of does that. So at first it starts at an abandoned train station, and I walk down the tracks, and I'm actually gonna have a picture of it at the end. But this dream almost looked like an apocalyptic. If you've ever seen the band Megadeth, they have an album called Euthanasia. It has like that kind of vibe to it. And in fact, a lot of my dreams do. And you'll see on my Instagram that I have a lot of sky pictures. Yeah, a lot of my dreams involve eerie, abandoned type of vibes. It's creepy, and I like it. I like creepy things. I definitely do. I mean, my biological father is the same way. He has a lot of creepy paintings and skulls and organs and jars and shit around his house. He's a normal guy. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just creepy. We're just creepy people. It's how it is, yo. If you don't like it, you can go away. Seriously. That's another thing I like about me and my dad is we don't change to impress other people. But anyway, that's deterring from the story. So it started in an abandoned train station, and I started just walking down the tracks. And for some reason, I had like this camp counselor, just random, and there'll be like in my dreams there will be random shit, just the randomest shit you will ever think of. Okay, and I had this like for no reason at all. There was a camp counselor following me out of a train station, which was already weird enough as it is. And I eventually, and because it was so weird, I was running, and I got away from the counselor, and I just kept running down the tracks, and I eventually, and here's the creepiest part. And this actually plays in, I've had a lot of dreams like this too, where things are empty, where there's no people, which I guess it plays in because my dad is the same way. I don't like a lot of human contact. Obviously I want to be a rock star and I want to be a YouTuber, so it's not that I don't vibe with people. It's just the fact that at the end of the day, I would prefer to be alone. But I will always, I will do anything for fame, yo. I will go out there, I will put my name out there. I'll sign things, man. I'll do meet and greets. It will be a blast and I'll have fun. But again, at the end of the day, I am only human. I like to be by myself at the end of the day. But where that plays in is I ended up getting, this almost had like a college vibe to it. So I ended up walking for a long time, and I reached a college campus, okay, that was on top of a hill. And mind you, keep that apocalyptic sky in your mind. Like the gray clouds with a little bit of sunset in it. Keep that in your mind, okay? And I kept going. Like the first building was a cafeteria, and the second building was just a giant empty recreation hall. And there was no people. Except for at the cafeteria, there was one person serving food, and I got food. And in my mind, I had classes to go to that were non-existent. There was only 2 buildings. It was like a long road next to these 2 buildings, and in front of them was just open fields for miles and nothing. And there's 2 buildings. So and in my mind, I still had classes to go to. It almost sounds, excuse me for using this word, I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but it sounds retarded. But it's crazy, man. And that plays into another dream I had. It was a dream where I literally, I woke up, did my morning routine. I was at my aunt's house in this dream, and the bus pulls up and there's nobody on first of all, there's nobody in the house, which was eerie enough, but I brushed it off. Walked outside, nobody bothered me. Got on the bus, there was nobody, including no bus driver, okay? And the bus drove to school with no bus driver. I've had some eerie ass dreams. Got to school, I remember this whole school day in this dream, I walked around, okay, to each class for the 6-hour period, and there was no people. There's even so much detail to the point where there's like papers and bags strewn around and flipped over desks in the hall, but there was no people and it was silent. It was eerie. okay? Very eerie. And I know I didn't end it, but yeah, the one before I was talking about with the college and the lady and all that shit, that actually ended after I started panicking about going to classes. I actually woke up. And then this next dream, I woke up after I got home from school. It was some weird dreams, man. The next dream I'm going to talk about is, I had a dream that I was on a field trip, and we were driving up. Everything was normal in this dream until a certain point, which we're going to get to. So this dream starts in the school bus. I was all the way in the back of the bus, strapped into my seat, and couldn't unstrap it, which I didn't find panicking until later. Okay, I didn't find very panicky until later. But this bus driver is taking only. So I have under the illusion that we're on a field trip, okay? But there's no other kids in the bus. It's just me. We're going up the mountain, and all of a sudden the bus driver. And this is one of the. I think this is gonna be the funniest one because all these dreams are creepy as fuck. This one had at least the funniest twist to it. Not saying that suicide is funny, but the bus driver literally just takes. We were just driving up a random road up the side of a mountain. There was a huge cliff drop right to the side of it. He just takes it, whips the wheel in a circle, and we're next thing you know, we're going off a cliff, yo. And I guarantee, you know where this nightmare probably stemmed from was the death of Cliff Burton, most likely. But yeah, no, we were going off of a fucking cliff. Just insanity, yo, complete insanity. And the last dream I'm going to talk about is one of the creepiest ones I've ever had. So y'all are all familiar with it, and I'll even put it in at the end of the video. I'm going to have that at the end of the video, the Euthanasia album cover to give you guys an idea. Maybe some creepy, eerie pictures to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. You know, you've seen the abandoned places I've discovered, and if you've seen my Instagram, you definitely know that I like a more eerie type of apocalyptic vibes. But yeah, this one takes the cake. So this last dream I'm going to talk about takes place in a town, okay? An abandoned town. Now this town looked like it had been sunken underwater for 100 years, and then like let's just say in a lake, and the lake was drained, okay? There was moss, like I could still breathe, and it was not covered in water anymore, but like all the buildings were sopping wet, and there was just tons of moss and just like, you know, signs of water. There was like things growing out of the street and shit. It was trippy, and this was all before I took psychedelics, homies. Keep that in mind. All right, and when I took the psychedelics, that made things a lot more trippier. But in this dream, in the beginning, I started in this giant abandoned building, like just huge abandoned building with nothing in it but a floor, walls, a couple bleachers on the side, odd enough, and windows. That's it. I left this building, and when I started this dream off, I was seeing in night vision. So I was seeing black and green, okay? As the dream goes on, I'm walking through this town, and I start noticing that grudge girl, okay? That's what I'm going to include at the end of the video for sure, okay? At least one picture of that grudge girl with the black hair and the white dress, okay? And the creepy part about this dream, and I almost want to make this into a movie scene or pitch this idea to a creepy creator, because this dream was one of the worst nightmares I've ever had. It would get closer. So I would see it far off in the distance, okay? I would see it far off in the distance. I'd blink, it was gone. Next time I saw it, it would be a little bit closer. Blink, it was gone. Next time I saw it, even closer, and it just got closer and closer. And that went on for what felt like forever. And that's the thing about dreams. You can't tell time as well in dreams, okay? But at least for me, but my God, that was painstaking because I couldn't stop walking, and I almost think like that's how I am. Like I'm ballsy, you know. I'm not scared. I don't stop walking just because there's threats and shit. I don't stop, okay? But the fact that I kept walking and this thing kept getting closer, it was hard to keep walking in this dream, yo. And eventually, I got to a point where on either side of me, it was like the center of this town that had been sunken. And there was shops on either side. And I saw the thing in a store window, okay? Like right, and I was walking in the middle of the street. So that's pretty close, yo. I remember before this dream ended, I looked up at the sky, and it was gray clouds with a golden yellow sky underneath. I remember it. Again, another apocalyptic vibe right there. And bam! I was looking at the sunset, right, just admiring it, and bam, what do you know? Right in front of my face is the Grudge Girl, and then I woke up. You know, and honestly, I hate to be rude, but that's pretty much it. I know I sound psychotic in this, and that is pretty crazy. I want to reiterate, I've never, in my awake times, seen anything. I'm not a schizophrenic, okay? Don't go trying to label me as insane. That's why I hate the courts. I hate laws. I hate authority. I just hate society in general. Because truthfully, people act like they know the way of life, and this is how you should act, and this is how you should be, and oh, you're not a vibe because you like creepy things. Man, let me just say, I know I'm trying to keep my videos censored, but I'm not going to censor them until I start getting, like, noticed, okay? Until I start getting actual ad revenue. But let me just say, fuck you to those types of people, man. Because there really is no such thing as normal. This world is full of so many trippy, crazy, unbelievable, just, and I get this from my father, okay? We both had very analytical minds, and again, they say with wisdom comes extreme misery, and like, even I'll put at the end of this video too, you know, not trying to sound like an asshole or like a mental patient, but I truly am paranoid after taking psychedelics, you know, and honestly, when I do gain fame, it's not, like, again, I said, it's not going to be anything weird. Like, I will do meet and greets, I will play live, if the people call, I will answer. But the thing is at the end of the day, I do prefer to be by myself, and I noticed that about me and my dad. I have window coverings. I don't want people looking in here, and I personally, I like it when it's dark. You know, I like it when it's dark during the day. I mean, all the windows in this house are covered, all of them, every single one with sheets. So, yeah, but again, you have nothing to say. People have absolutely nothing to say to me. You can call me, and I don't give a fuck. You can call me a loser, a creep, a psycho, whatever, man. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to you don't know, and neither do I. And we will only find out upon death. That is the unfortunate and eerie lesson. And people do not want. And I figured you'll notice that was cut in. I had actually ended the video early. At some point in the video, I had mentioned that there was 3 G-Force times that I had dreams with G-Force and I actually felt pressure on my chest. And I only mentioned 2, so we're gonna actually, just so I don't sound like an idiot, we're gonna mention the 3rd one here. This one was another one that happened when I was younger. It's almost crazy that the younger I was, the trippier my dreams were. This one, what's crazy is with this dream, I had fallen asleep. Excuse me. Sorry. During a thunderstorm. Okay? And when I don't even know what you would call it. Let's just call it spawning for Minecraft's sake. Let's just say I spawned into the dream. The lightning was green. Green, okay? I'm noticing green is a color of mine. You know, my star sign definitely makes sense. You know what? Actually, one of the videos, I am going to post my star sign. I was born September 14th. I'm not going to say the year. You can go digging through my Instagram if you want to find it. It's hidden in there somewhere. I know where it's hidden. I'm not going to tell you where. But most people don't need to know my birth date. But you can find it if you want to. I'm not going to take it down. But I was born September 14th, and I am a Virgo. I am an Earth child. And so, and you know, the crazy thing is I'm not trying to be a conspiracist, because I'm really not, you know, and I'm not an idiot. But, because I hate when people blame the stupid things they do on their signs and stuff. But at the same time, the signs are eerie. The signs are eerie. Like, when I looked up my horoscope, I was shocked, okay, at how similar it is to me. And I actually downloaded a video. They actually have a video for my exact birthday, and I will post it. I promise it will be the next video after this one. But yeah, it's trippy. But yeah, this dream, the lightning had turned green, and I panicked in this dream, and I tried running to my mom's room, and I couldn't stop running. And at the same time, I was getting pulled. Sorry, I got distracted there. You notice I slowed down a little bit. I got a text and I just wanted to see who it was from. It wasn't anybody important, but I had started running. Oh, I just heard voices outside. No, but I started running, and I couldn't reach my mom's bed for the life of me. There was a G-force literally pulling me back to my bedroom, back towards the green lightning, which was my fear at the time. I was running from the green lightning because I'd never seen it before. Yo, there's some weird shit out there, yo. And I am not trying to claim to be a god. I know my Instagram is called King Shane is God, but I'm just as clueless as everybody else. And I hate when people act so high and mighty. Like I like smart people, but I do not like fancy boys. Okay, I don't like that type of attitude. You do not know everything about the world. I don't like Christians either, and that is the reason. You know, do not tell me that what I do is a sin. Okay. If anything, the origin of evil is humanity. To be completely honest, you know, we are the origin of evil. It is not the devil. It is not God. Okay? And maybe it is. And again, I'm not saying that. But do not tell me that when I have sex before marriage that I am going somewhere. That I am going to hell. Do not ever say that. That's what makes me sick. Okay? When people try to instill fear on others. It's horrible, yo. That is horrible. You are a piece of crap. I think some of the worst people on this planet, not to be mean, I've met some sweet people at church, but there are some real stingy, nasty people, and like the stereotype, but it's not even really a stereotype because a lot of them do. A lot of the priests will molest children, yo. It's sickening, yo. You know how all these people say, oh, you have to be good in order to go here and there. You know, like Marilyn Manson said, the only way I see it is you have to be yourself in order to go to hell. Okay? And there were so many conspiracies about Marilyn Manson that, oh, he was just confused about his identity. He wasn't confused about his identity. He just puts on a great stage performance. He acts like an idiot. That's the only thing that's the only way you can entertain humanity is to embarrass yourself. That's it. You know, that's all it comes down to. Entertainment is embarrassing yourself. Truthfully. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know the secrets to the world, but these dreams, what I'm trying to get at, I know it's a lot of rambling, but what I'm trying to get at is these dreams have really made me think about it. Because there might be, you know, it's like the mysteries to life are just circle around my head daily, you know. And I analyze a lot. I still remember things, y'all. Call me a nerd, call me a dork, call me a fucking homo, a virgin, a faggot, whatever. But I do like to brainstorm a lot. I like to think about really what this is, what we live in, you know. And we don't know. There's no definitive proof. There is none. It's creepy, y'all. Oh, we really on that caveman shit now. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, we on that caveman shit. Ain't no motherfuckers looking in here.